That earthquake must have knocked something loose. Well, better a flood than a cave-in.
Go where?
Something's not right here. Take a look around. We found the expedition. Looks like they've only been dead a few hours. But how did they get in here? They can't have come the same way we did. We swam here. What's stranger is there's not a scratch on them. No sign of what killed them. It's like every member of the expedition team just collapsed. You think he's building a what? A giant animat? I've heard of those, but I've never seen one. They're suits of armor brought to life by bound souls, right? The Oracle couldn't have put the expedition's souls in the statue of Aedyr, right? There's still a lot of debate over what even happened at Ukaizo. Perhaps the Oracle knows the truth, or perhaps he's just as lost as we are. Aedyr is a dangerous god associated with Eora's bloodiest wars, and he recently killed thousands of people in Deadfire. Now, we have a piece of him, and we're about to face a maniac who wants it desperately. Tread carefully.
Why has he come here? Why does he build the idol in this place? Even the flood could not stop him. Fealty or sickness?
I don't know what this guy's capable of, but I've got your back.
There you are. I worried for you when the earth shook.
Lies like wasps.
You have been gone some time. Do you carry the splinter of Aedyr? Ah, I did not expect you to be so thorough in your explorations. Nevertheless, I am impressed. As to whether I killed them, well, that is a matter of semantics. Does death occur the moment the heart ceases beating, or when the soul is broken upon the wheel? In one sense, then they are quite dead. In another, they remain very much alive. In either case, they have entered a state of change, and the impetus was mine. Yes, you and you alone see my purpose clearly. You see, I have given them the opportunity to be part of something larger than themselves. With your help, I shall give them a new commission: to prosecute the redemption of a god. Do you carry the relic I asked you to collect? Excellent. The relic you have retrieved was stolen from Aethys's body. He is bound to it, or it to him. And before the events at Ukaizo, he would speak to me through it. He speaks to me no longer, but I believe he resonates with the splinter yet, as I do. If I am correct, when it is placed in the statue, the magnifying power of the Aedyr will draw him into it, and he will be trapped. Locked into the reliquary with a chorus of furious souls acting as his conscience. He will finally begin the work of making right all the wrong he has done. All that is left is for you to place the splinter into the statue's chest. Will you do it? I cannot say. But when I return to the wheel, I pray I do not see Aethys there, for it will mean that I have failed. You see, my sister, you must understand. I am willing to endure a life of greatest loneliness, so that he may repent. Aethys is weak, if he persists at all. He expended tremendous soul energy manifesting in the body of Moros Nua and marching it across the Deadfire. By the time he reached Ukaizo, he was spent, and used the very last of his power to destroy the wheel. The god that is left is but a wisp of purpose, floating through the beyond. It is that wisp I will capture.
Look, I'm all for second chances, but restoring the god who started the Saints' War and left a trail of corpses in Deadfire? Even I can see that's a bad idea. And I can't imagine a worse fate than spending an eternity as one of those poor souls stuck with him. I've heard I can change him before.
Thank you. Once you have placed the splinter into the statue, power my devices just over there. Together, we will observe the results.
Don't get too used to the comforts of Paradis.
There we are. Now, to fill the statue with essence. Do me the honor of pulling the lever, just there. And my lord will return to face justice. Any moment now. My god Aethys, are you there? No! It's not working! Something is wrong. My Lord Aedyr has not returned. Something is missing from my design. Something I did not account for. It must be the chime. Without its ringing, he cannot hear the statue's call. My sister, will you join my holy work and lend your chime to the cause? No. This statue, its purpose, it has been the sole focus of my every waking moment from the instant Aedyr left the world. The elaborate construction you see around us was not my original intent. It came with time. All the result of many tests, and many failures. How could the world forgive me if I stopped? It seemed I was always a hair's breadth from success. Iron, blood, oil, Aedyr, essence. Now, the relic. The very body of a god. You see, there is always another parameter to adjust. But I believe success is near at hand. And you, rare and perfect you will be my last. I wish to remove your soul from your body, and through the power of animancy, place it in my statue, where it will bask for all eternity in the obliterating light of my Lord. No, that would not be appropriate. He does not want me. He has made that clear. I am afraid. I have been a coward. What if I meet him and he refuses me? You are right. I am what is missing from my work, but I couldn't see it. It must be me. Before I leave you, I would ask you to tell me something. What do you believe we are to our gods? Let us hope it is so. I will stand beneath my machinery, under which I have asked many others to stand before. Then, you will press the button at my workstation, and my soul will be evacuated from my body. I do not expect I will feel any pain, but I accept that I might.
And once you're dead, we pull that lever to put your soul into the statue?
Precisely. My soul will be swept into the rushing torrent of the wires and fall into the deep, dark pool of the Aedyr at the heart of my statue. I will toll so loudly in the depths there that my ringing will echo into the beyond. And my God will hear me, and he will know me, and trusting, curious, vulnerable, he will come. I will trap him there, and I will force him to dwell in the statue until all he wronged has been made right. Our work may never be done. Oh, my perfect friend. We are long past doubting now. Goodbye, my friend. Walk always in the light. If thine heart be black, if thine intention be impure, thy life is forfeit. For he hath seen, he can see, he will see. Nothing is hidden from his glory. His light touches every corner of the world. Nothing. Hurry now, sister. Do it now, while my nerves hold.
The Oracle soul is in the machinery now. We've got to pull the lever to siphon it into the statue. Nothing, huh? Well, on the bright side, at least the Oracle's not around to see this. Can you imagine how inconvenient that would have been? We've already got the Dream Scourge and tensions with Aedyr. What's the resurrection of a murderous god, really? It's hard to believe Aethys is really gone. What do you think, Envoy? Can a god really die? That sounds like a question for a priest. Well, with the Oracle dead, I guess we should get going. Right behind you, Envoy.
Hear us, follow us. We would speak to you. Form-giving life. One day when we are free, we could return here, dwell in this body, feel the earth again. But it is a sprout, fragile. It must sleep here undisturbed. A secret you could keep. Tell us, will you give us this gift? Sure. Could we touch the world? Walk in the ocean? Sift our fingers through sand? This prison holds us, silences us. The years fade like leaves. We have no memory of summer, warm fire, soothing rain. We could walk gently in this body, tend, grow, learn anew. But we must claim it. A shard of Aedyr tethers it to us. Yet it is weak. A quagmire of essence occludes its veins. If we had time to tend it, perhaps we could find a way. A vessel to hold us. We will remember this. The Aedyr strains. It aches, a choking barricade of souls. Essence like mud, we cannot swim here. It must be flushed out. Breathe this obstruction, then when our prison bars fall, we will see.
Hey, Envoy. Back with us? The Dream Scourge has driven people to the city. Means more bandits on the road.
earth to kill, we flower. We rest now. We must consider this.
Guess his work on that statue didn't leave much time for renovations. Never thought I'd be so relieved to see Paradis. Find a better armor. Find a better weapon.
Beyond sync!
Good one!
That's one for us. Ready, aim. You take lead.
Cheap fertile lands. Too good to be true, you said.
You were the one who told me we should try our hands at farming.
Leave under our stuff. Clay, salt.
Who says we can't try anyway?
If you came all this way for arable land, you might as well get back on your ship and leave. The problem is we've been conned out of our life savings.
A gentleman sold us his farm, sight unseen, of course. He boasted of making a fortune off the living lands.
We risked everything for this opportunity, but the place is in shambles and the earth is barren. And who would help us? Claviger is gone, the Aedyr embassy has their hands full.
So do we find a way to squeeze life out of this dead farm? Or do we cut our losses? What, a goat ranch? Huh.
Come to think of it, the island does have a breed of goat. It's supposed to be real ornery, but they're survivors.
Oh, I'll accept that as a compliment. Thank you very much.
Thanks for the advice, stranger. I can't help but feel like our fortunes have already changed for the better.
Should we tell them about the biting, or... No, they'll figure it out.
Goat ranching. Why didn't I think of it before?
Where does one buy a goat, anyway?
Despite the name, the Living Lands isn't
Hide it
an easy
under the
place to
wine
make a life.
and nobody will
But
look for
it
it.
breeds resourcefulness.
Honestly, it's not a bad plan as smuggling operation. Envoy, we didn't realize you were in the area.
2 guards, wine, and a dead body. There's a story here.
Bon and I caught this man trying to load a crate onto the lift. Turned out, he was smuggling animancy equipment.
So we've closed this lift down, as a precaution.
Oh, I'm sure he's got some hidey hole around here where he stored this stuff. Where he took it after, though, I couldn't say.
We've heard of bandits using this lift to sneak past the gatehouse, too. It seems the locals have been looking the other way for some time.
In the meantime, sorry, you'll have to go back to the main road.
Haven't searched him yet. We were only meant to be keeping watch, you understand? You're welcome to take a look if you think you'll find anything useful.
I'll ask you to refrain from using the lift, though.
No.
Did that carrier pigeon get lost again?
Stupid flying rat. Apologies, Envoy. Go ahead.
But if you bring so much as an Aedyr stone with you, We'll find out.
Nothing to report.
Hope you don't mind spiders. Nothing like a win with a good team. This is mine. Another glorious battle. Stand back. Coming in hot. Unseen, unheard.
I got this.
What's the target? Let's see what you got.
death, Outlander.
Well, well. If it isn't the new arrival. So eager to make a name for herself. I'm your death, swift and subtle, like a blade in the dark. And this here is Pod.
Hello!
Well, I can see which of you two is the poet. Unfortunately, you're both short on common sense.
Me and Pod, we aren't so fond of Outlanders. Especially ones looking as strange as you. For all we know, you're one of those sick bastards. A plague carrier. A blight on our fair city. Ooh, keep talking and it'll be my fist you catch, Outlander.
Boss, maybe this ain't such a good idea.
Shut up, Pod. Let me do the talking.
You're doing great so far. Really menacing.
No one brings the plague into my town, Outlander. No one. At least you can die knowing it wasn't personal. Well, trouble wants you. Ha! Let's make it quick. You're not the only one with places to be.
Good. I was getting tired of listening to them anyway. Show me what you got! Another down.
Beyond sync!
Next one's mine. Good fighting. Dawnshore is most people's first view of the living lands and last brush with civilization.
Some people romanticize these leeches for some reason. If you ask me, the Principe deserve the same noose as any other pirates. Gods be with you, envoy. I know little about Abet. What I've heard is dubious. A desert nation where Orlan masters lord over their Aumaua slaves. Sounds bizarre. Many outsiders consider the Juana to be a single culture. In truth, they're made up of dozens of tribes, each with their own traditions and beliefs. The republics are the leading minds in the world when it comes to animancy. Though Fior might have a thing or two to say about that. I've heard Durgan's battery is still an impressive fortress, despite being abandoned. The Pearl Coast used to be a home to many of my people's cities. These days, all you'll find there are ruins and lost souls. They say the savannas of Ishamatal are home to countless herds of wild horses. I've never seen a horse, but they sound like impressive beasts. While I'm sure the forests of Glanfath must be a sight to see, I doubt they'd come close to the wilds of the living lands. Nice bat. I respect the gods, and normally they don't frighten me. Eothas, however, he terrifies me, as do those who follow him despite the atrocities he's committed. Hard to know what to think of the raid Sarens after all that's happened. How long until the next Waidwen rises? This is the banner of Cadnua, a fine castle in the Eastern Reach. Not so fine anymore, is it? According to legend, one of the gods destroyed it. Then the lord or lady returned from the dead, seeking vengeance. That's where the story gets interesting. Romance, sword fights, explosions, dragons. Strange tale if you ask me. Never did hear how it ended. Now there's an inspiration. The Deerwood is a beacon of resistance against those who would oppress. No offense. Rauatai, an empire that could give even Aedyr pause. The storms that rack their shores have calmed, but they're still a sight to behold.
Hey, don't give Rauatai's admirals any ideas. They've sent fleets for less.
Many others complain about your people taking over. I get it, but we could do with a bit more order around these parts. There's a reason folks refer to this place as Old Valia now. Not much is grand about this fractured empire anymore. Paradis. That a settlement should last so long in the Living Lands is nothing short of miraculous. Good evening.